Hi guys, thank you for the comments. Thank you for the suggestions. Tonight's video is focused on frizz, how I deal with the frizz of Sisterlocks. I'm trying to stay closer to my phone because I've gotten feedback that the video is low. I haven't figured that out yet, so that's something else I gotta figure out. Okay, Sisterlocks is frizzy. That's part of the nature of the lock. I say it's part of the nature of the lock because every time you take the hair and you feed it in through the base, basically these are latched locks, latch micro locks, and you feed it into the base, every time you loop it, it causes friction. Every time you pass it through the base and you pull through, it keeps rubbing and chafing the end, the strand of the lock. So all it does is just, it ruffles up the hair that's kind of like braided up into the lock. How do I deal with my frizzies? Well, certain things contribute to frizzies. I know that, I'll get to that in a second. I'm trying to show you my frizzies. Okay, it's frizzy. I used to shave off the frizzies. I used to get a scissors, and I would take my time and I would basically sit here and cut off the frizzies. I had to be very careful. I didn't do the whole lock. I used to do like the big blurbs that, it was very noticeable. I would cut off. Then I got desperate at one point and I was like, hey, this is taking too long. So I bought one of those, the lint shavers that you shave your clothes, the small tiny one you get out of the sewing stores like Joann Fabrics or so forth like that. And I would lightly go on the lock, but those things cut into your lock, so I wouldn't advise you. That's when I was very desperate. But like major pieces, it's kind of hard to see. Like, see pieces like this? Those would get cut off. The very obvious pieces, very obvious pieces would get cut off. And that's just how I dealt with it. How do I deal with it now? I don't mess with it. My hair is frizzy. You'll see a halo of frizz more along the silhouette of the head. I tie it down. But you have to be careful in tying down, because if you tie down too much, then you'll have a whole set of frizz that's lying down flat against the lock. And to me personally, that don't look too good. So I usually just tie down the hairline. Certain hairstyles and color add to the frizz. Right now, my hair is black, and you can see it's brown or orange. My hair looks frizziest in the lightest part. If I get a full color of Beijing, Oriental black, you don't see that much frizz. The lighter the hair color, the more frizz you're going to see. Certain hairstyles promote or add to the frizz. Whenever you have a hairstyle that has a lot of bends and twists, and like for instance, I'm curling this around my finger, after a while you really don't see the formation of the curls, but you will notice from afar that the hair is just, how can I put it, kind of frizzy. Like I said, I just washed my hair, and it has a kind of sheen to it because I did that castor oil and cholesterol on my hair at the base area. But by the time you wash it out, it's heavy. It has a sheen to it. But when it doesn't have a sheen to it, you mostly see frizz. I was also asked how often I retighten my hair. I get my hair, well, I don't get my hair retightened anymore. I retighten it myself. 6 months into getting Sisterlocks, this is the new year. So May, this year May, I'll have locks for 11 years. At the time when I got it done, and this was in Maryland at the time, there wasn't that many consultants and Sisterlock consultants, and they were all booked up. I had a wedding to go to, and they were all booked up. And so my hair was not retightened for like 3 months. So I had a little fro with little tiny Sisterlocks hanging at the end of it, and I made a vow at that time, I'm not going through this again because it was a hot mess. So I took the retighten class. Back then it was I keep saying back then it was $125. I know now it's $250 or $275. It's still worth it because then you have a skill on hand to retighten your hair in dire times. I retighten my hair 6 to 8 weeks, and I don't do it all in one day. I will retighten this section one day, I'll retighten this section the next day, I'll retighten this middle part, and then I will split the back. And that's how I retighten it. So it may take me 5 days to do it. Roughly about 2 hours each time. But if you like to sew, or you watch TV, or you like to use your hands, or you crochet, it's very therapeutic. Okay, I think I covered everything. We covered how often I retighten and what I do about the frizz, and I told you I leave it. There's a benefit. The frizz makes the hair look soft and touchable, and if you play with the volume, fluffy. People will want to touch your hair because of the frizz. When I used to shave it off, my hair looked a little more shiny, so to speak. It looked a little more shiny. People would notice. People would say to me, oh, your hair looks extra clean or manicured or so forth. But I embrace the frizz. So hope I helped you in any way. Once again, thank you, my subscribers. If anyone has any more questions, suggestions, feedback, please inbox me, leave a comment. All right, signing off. Bye.